So I like to do baby-led diamond care. This is where, by helping your baby change the way they move their tongue, using that new range of motion they've been given through surgery, they're keeping that diamond open themselves and helping it heal in the optimal way. So we know after surgery, you should have a diamond shape underneath your baby's tongue. And what we want to do is keep this open so it doesn't heal by resealing or reattaching. It's also important as it heals that it doesn't tighten up, because this is another way you can end up with less range of motion than you might have been able to achieve. So we want to get baby using that movement and keeping that surgical site open. To do this, we want to make sure they're using the midpoint of their tongue. They're getting that elevation and creating a vacuum as they feed. So therefore, they're going to be putting vertical forces through that healing tissue, helping the collagen get laid down in a way that promotes elasticity and suppleness in the tissue and good height, rather than in a disorganized way that's going to mean the scar tissue is then going to end up stiffer and tighter. We know as adults that we're going to be swallowing about 2,000 times a day. So when we think of how much time a baby spends drinking, as well as managing their saliva, that's going to be much more movement than you're going to be able to achieve by passively trying to control how that diamond heals. And if we can get baby to feed efficiently using that movement, when you come to do your diamond care, you're just going to be checking it. And even if you do need to give an extra stretch, because the baby's already been opening that surgical site and moving that tissue, it's not going to be uncomfortable for them. So it's going to be much easier for both of you. So after your baby's fed, you're going to gently reposition them so they're nice and cozy still next to your body, so they stay settled, but so that you're able to gently get underneath the chin and to be able to see into the mouth. So usually resting the head back over your arm. So what we're going to do is close the mouth, and then we're going to have a peek to see where the tongue is resting naturally. So in this case, when we take a look, the tongue is actually still low in the mouth. So what we're going to do is we're going to stimulate the muscles of the tongue. So a little bit of massage in that soft spot behind the bone of the chin, and then give baby a moment to settle to that. My thumb is then supporting his forehead. I'm drying the chin because it's going to be easier to do a nice controlled opening of the mouth if we're not slipping on saliva or milk. And then with him nice and supported, and with my fingers still encouraging that tongue to stay up, we're gently opening the mouth, and you can see that diamond tall and narrow and the tongue vacuumed to the roof of the mouth. And we're going to redo that 3 times to get 3 passive stretches. Stimulate the tongue, suction, trying to get the whole of the tongue up, visualize a tall, narrow diamond. If it's not up, you're going to try again. And it's nice and slow. You're trying to get that hold for as long as you can, and really taking note of what that diamond looks like. Then at least twice a day, usually either end of the day, especially if you've got someone around who can give you a hand at that point. And what you're doing is thumbs on the forehead, middle fingers on the chin, then with the pad of your index fingers, gently you're holding right at the top of the diamond, but not on it, and a slow, sustained stretch, 3 seconds if you can.
If your baby's awake after their feed, you can pop them somewhere where they're nice and secure so that your hands are free to work around their mouth. With your middle fingers, you can hold the chin down so that with the pads of your index fingers, you can come in underneath the tongue, hold right beside the very top of that diamond, and then do a nice slow lift so that you're holding that diamond open for about 3 seconds. Your baby shouldn't find this uncomfortable if we've done all that preparation work. So the mouth work, getting them doing their suck swallow training, and this then helps them have a really effective feed where they're moving the tongue and opening their diamond themselves. So you're just doing a check.